Well, good morning. So this is Karen with Veronica's Dreams Tarot and Coaching. Today is just our daily reading, not just. And I'm shuffling the cards now. Current situation, present influence, future influence, what you don't see, challenge, what to watch for, advice, and outcome. Keep in mind these are very current energies. These can be very small things, big things, could be anything. This is for everybody. It's my collective reading. And I do personal readings. I do link my website to my personal readings in the description. So we're good to go. So this is daily for everybody. I'm using Black Cat Tarot this morning. Felt really attached to that today. Okay, let's do this. Current situation. Ten of Swords. Present influence. Sun. Future influence. I like this. So the Ten of Swords is a little bit different in this deck. It's about facing your fears. I actually should probably look it up in the book. We'll talk about it. Future influence is Knight of Pentacles. What you don't see is Nine of Pentacles. Challenge, Star. That's a tough challenge. What to look for. Temperance. Advice. I see these a little bit different than the normal meaning, so please understand that. Like I totally go by how they make me feel. Outcome of the situation is Five of Swords, and Seven of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. So this is something you're kind of going back and forth about. There's choices out there. I will say that you are looking at the light, the ones in the light. You're not looking at the ones that are off in the dark. Why is that? And I will tell you why that is, and I believe that that's the case because the Ten of Swords is the current situation. And in this deck, it's about facing your fears. So if you're not looking at the choices that are on the other side of the light, could be that you're afraid of those choices, that those choices might be making you a little bit nervous. And so this is like, what's on the other side of that door? Do I walk through? Do I not? Now, keep in mind, it is about an ending, but it is about the fear of a beginning. And that's the key with this card and what makes it different. And I'm going to just make sure I'm on the right track. But that's what I see in the card as he's walking through the door. The sign says exit. He's looking. Do I go? Chalices, pentacles, wands, and swords. When we are about when we are about to attain what we have always desired, we are often overwhelmed by fear. This is the dark side of desire. Will we cross the threshold or remain outside? So that's what it is. It's about starting something new and being afraid of that, because again, I saw this and I didn't even read that, is you're not looking at the dark side of the desire. And that's the fear we face when we start something new. What's influencing this though is to bring joy into your life. You want this really bad and you feel like it's going to make you happy, but what don't you know, right? It's the evil you don't know, because it's going to be something new, and that is a little frightening to walk through that door and go, okay, I want to bring joy into my life and I think this will, but what else is it going to bring? I will say that this Knight of Pentacles is facing these three cards. So when I hold them up, that page is looking right at the Sun and the Ten of Swords. So it's like, okay, do I face my fears for this happiness? Kind of like that feeling. However, it is very slow. So there is like I don't want to say a halt, but this forward movement's going to come to a crawl for a little bit. So in the future, whatever the situation is, whatever change that you're making, whatever these choices are that you are trying to face, things will kind of slow down. But I feel like too, because he's doing this, you're going to be taking a closer look at things. And I think that that totally has to do with the fear too. Like, okay, what's on the other side? I want to take a look at this closer because I'm not sure I want to go to the other side yet. Um, Ooh, that sounded a little much. What you don't see is that what you really need to look for is to go with the flow. This is the Nine of Pentacles, and yes, it is about freedom and independence and success. But it's a reminder that that cat is swimming or floating around a bunch of sharks. If this cat makes a lot of movement, those sharks are going to come grab it. If it just goes with the flow, the sharks aren't even going to know it's there. It's just going to be part of the water, so to speak. So what you don't see is this is to me like just float right now. Like just go, because you don't want those sharks to come. So if you've got this fear, know that right now, because there is some slowness going on here, just let go with the flow. Go with it. And what's hard right now, because I feel like this is something you know that whatever the situation is, whatever these choices are, whatever you're facing on these choices and starting something new, it's the challenge is having that true hope and faith, because there is a fear there. So that fear is blocking the star energy, basically, is how I see it. So when we're facing our fears and we're not knowing that we have a path and that we are guided and that we are being watched over. I mean, I know difficult things happen, and I get that because been there, done that several times. But I do believe that we walk the life we are supposed to walk. You know, I feel like we are being guided in even our difficult situations. If you take that back in hindsight, there was a reason. Sometimes we see it, sometimes we don't. But I will tell you that I've been through some really difficult times. But when I open my eyes and go, yeah, that was tough, but it had to happen. Otherwise life wouldn't, this wouldn't have happened, or that wouldn't have happened, or this lesson wouldn't have been learned. You needed to open your eyes to that. Whatever it is, know that you are being kindly divided, but this is the challenge right now because of the fear. And that is it. So what to watch for? I feel like this goes back to like that Knight of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles and Knight, both of them. To me, this card, it's definitely about balance. She's taking that water and putting it back and doing this. But to me, it's also relaxed. She is sitting there with her little legs crossed up in the air and just doing that. And to me, that's part of the go with the flow feeling. Watch for that. Watch for that relaxed feeling. Watch for, to me, you'll know whether this is right or wrong by watching for this feeling. This is almost like a knowing. Like you're going to feel the balance. You're going to feel okay. You're going to feel, there'll be this almost like a prickly feeling. Sometimes when what to watch for is that it's like the divine saying, this is what it is. This is where you're going. Know that. So you'll know it by that. Advice is hang on. You got this. This is going to take a bit. It's slow and it's hard, but hold on. Hold on to your positive thoughts. Hold on to a lot of things. But what's really important too is hold on to your true desires as well. Like, what do you really want? And if it's scary, how do you face that? And is it what you really want? Because if we're afraid of it and it's not what we really want, then maybe it won't be as good as we think. Does that make any sense at all? But you know what I mean? Like is the fear telling us not to do it, or is the fear telling us to be strong? And that's hard, but I see that a lot because we've got, again, the Seven of Cups. We've got choices. We've got things out there. The outcome is it's not going to get any easier for a while because the outcome is the Five of Swords. So I feel like what that says in the immediate future, I've got these beautiful birds that are hanging out. I guess it's almost spring, huh? these cardinals that hang out at my house are super loud, but they're super pretty. They're beautiful, bright red. So, yeah, I was just looking out the window and it was hanging out on my little tree. So, this really is not easy, and it's not going to end anytime soon. This is the fight within yourself. This is, do I keep fighting for this? Do I keep moving forward with this, or do I say, you know what, screw it, I'm not doing it? Or so that it's all of that. But to me, this outcome is the argument, and it's most likely just something going on in your head. I do not believe that this has anything to do with anyone in particular that you're fighting with. I think it's all about the fight, on the choices, on the fear, on I gotta find my hope and I gotta follow faith, have faith, and I'm missing that right now, and it's a challenge to find that. And I think that's what the fight is. It's from within you, and it's not external. It's not somebody else. It's the fight that we do when we're afraid to face something, or when we're afraid to make that decision. Decisions can be hard. Hey, if I do this, it could affect the rest of my life, and it probably will, right? If it's big and it matters, it's not like, okay, if I buy this car, I'm going to be broke for a while, or it's not that kind of decision, I don't believe. I feel like this is something that means a lot more to you, because it feels very personal and very within yourself. Um, I also don't see this affecting anyone else because of all of the cards around me. And even what you don't see is the Nine of Pentacles, which is a very independent card. So I feel like this is really about you, and it's going to affect you. Yeah, what happens to us, right, trickles down to the people around us, absolutely. But it's someone's not making it hard on you, that kind of thing. I don't think it's that. So anyway, have a beautiful day. I hope this made sense and helped. And please hit the like button, give me a little comment, thumbs up, thumbs down, smiley face, something. It does help me connect with you. Again, personal readings are in the description below. And take care. Have a beautiful day.